Combo players, nice combo there. Prediction rocket against the wall to a railgun, and Critics gets a kill, and then he's just like, I'm just gonna walk around for a bit, victory walk, and then finally get the mega. Yeah, I don't know if that delay is worthwhile, because like the time between the red and the mega would have been basically the same, because he just needs to get items and get to red and get the kill, which is what he's trying to do, but I think he's gonna die now.
I think Krillix kind of has it in his blood where if he gets any sort of air on his opponent with a rocket, he immediately switches to rail. He did it there, and it was just a very strange weapon switch. And well, that time he gets another pop. He's trying to defend himself against the teleporter play. Gebs has nothing like that in mind. We're going to see him exiting this room. And that was a nice plasma spam there. That kept Gebs from coming around and trying to get one more final shot. So, you know, Krillix, if he can pick up some armor. Let's see if he can knock Gebs off. Nope.
Nice.
5-2.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to chase this Krillix guy. He needs to learn how to chase opponents for kills. Like, that's what he's lacking. He can defend, he can spam rockets, he can take items, he can go rocket rail combo, but he can't chase. Like, when he fights, like, it's really funny, because when Geb fights, he keeps momentum in his movement. Like, he really keeps, like, a forward pace a lot of the times. Like, even there, you can see him jumping towards his opponent, putting on pressure. Krillix, when he fights, he kind of stops, and then starts strafing left and right, and often backwards, while fighting. So, like, even if he does damage, like, Gebs has already left the fight. And then Krillix is like, oh. He's like, why don't you want to play with me? Come back. And Gebs is like, no, I'm out of here. And that's what it just looks like, constantly. It's really frustrating to watch.
But
enjoyable in a weird way. I don't know why.
Enjoyable in a masochistic way? Is that what you said? Alright, so we are going to see Krillix go down for the 7th time. Gebs now with a 5-frag lead. 1 minute left to go. And finally, Krillix, oh god, he misses the jump, the poor bastard. I was about to say, he had the opportunity to finally knock Gebs off of the mega jump, but unfortunately, it did not work out for him. That's actually one of my favorite things to see is an LG train that stops the mega jump. But it's pretty rare when the guy running the LG locomotive misses the jump himself. So I think
well, no, he got knocked up, I think, with a rocket spam almost. Yeah, I think a rocket hit the wall like almost as he was jumping before the LG came out.
But he also was kind of starting the jump at kind of a weird angle. I don't know. I have to go back and take a look.
Let's definitely review this for moment of the week here on Quake Live TV. Cancel your Sunday. We're editing videos.
Yes, pretty much. But 10 seconds left to go. Gebs will get this in a quick and easy T9 and T7. And Krillix, although I feel like he did a little bit better. He just looked a little bit better on this map. But yeah, I think you're right. He had a lot of opportunities that were lost. Nice.
My advice to him would basically be, yeah, be more aggressive. Try and put shotgun in your game because he's lacking a finisher weapon because of his slow movement by the end of the fights. Like rocket launchers aren't going to work. Railguns too risky. If you miss a railgun shot, the reload time is so dangerous. Shotgun's a lot better to finish if you're that style of player. So he should use shotgun a lot more if he wants to play that style. But personally, he should be more aggressive with the rocket fights he tries to take because at least if he hits a couple, he can actually get a kill rather than just wound the gazelle that runs around and heals up to full health and then comes back. Gibbs' play was pretty decent. He did what he needed to do. There wasn't much to be said there, so we'll have to see what happens in the next game.
Yeah. So
what's the game again?
It's gonna be Evil Genius's ID. CTF. He duels a little bit every now and then. He duels, but.
Oh, if he's a CTF player, I hope he's got like awesome movement. So.
Oh, are you kidding?
Interesting.
Oh my God! You should go watch some VODs of this guy. He has some of the smoothest CTF movement. He's the capper for EG. It's pretty damn impressive.
I'm a Durful Lincoln fan for CTF capping, so I don't know if the Americans can top that. You have to. Maybe I'll go check them out. I know American CTF is actually very, very good because it's a very popular mod. You guys love your CTF over there.
We do.
Who won QuakeCon CTF, by the way? Was it an American team? Because I think the European team didn't make it to the. I think they came like third. Yeah. Yeah, they fucked up badly, dumbasses.
Well, Fnatic. Fnatic bought it.
It was.
Yeah, it was EG, and like Fnatic went down. Was it? I guess semis.
It was it Sturmy, Fox, Deuce, and Lincoln?
I think so.
That was the right.
So
I think Sparty was in the lineup as well, and they swapped him in and out a few times. But yeah, no, Sturmy had, they had to actually teach Sturmy how to play CTF before, like a week before the tournament went. And we played those guys online, and I played them with like pickup people, and we beat them. So they were like, sometimes they were hot, like they were so hot, like you couldn't beat them, and sometimes they were just cold, like really. They were such a inconsistent team, and I think that really kind of showed at the QuakeCon, because Lincoln is like our best CTF attacker in Europe, I think, like especially on CTF2. Sturmy's defensive abilities was really kind of, it was his aim was great, but his knowledge of what could happen was just absolutely appalling. But you can't blame him because he played CTF defense for like 2 weeks or something, so he did well, but yeah, I don't know.
They just stuck him midfield on Ironworks and gave him a railgun.
Yeah.
Don't really need much more than that.
Yeah, but that's where you wanted Fox. Like, Fox plays... Actually, I don't know. Sturmy probably played mid as well as Fox did by the end of training. But we'll have to see. Anyway, so when's this game going to start?
Well, it looks like they're just changing location, so we're going to look for a Chicago server coming up now. Same info.
Location.
Yeah, I would say that that Fnatic vs EG match was probably the best match of QuakeCon. My favorite match to watch, at least.
Yeah, I loved it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, was that the I watched some of that, I think, but yeah, it looked really good. I think it was overtime, wasn't it, when spawn times became longer?
Yes.
Yeah, the Fnatic made such a dumb mistake. They went for this attack where they really wasn't an attack on, and they got destroyed, and then the respawn times killed them. Like, that's how they lost that game. They just did. I was really, like, I would have been screaming at them for doing, like, for trying to attack in a situation where you get punished for dying. So they should have played TDM for a bit, and they would have out TDM'd the American team on paper, definitely in my opinion. And so they just didn't. They just kept the same play style and didn't change tactic. I didn't think they had enough knowledge or experience in those situations, and then it lost them the game. But I was really impressed with some of the American players in the tournament. They did good.
Yeah, although I was, you know, one thing about QuakeCon that I love is that, you know, obviously we finally get a chance to bring Europeans over here. Of course, I guess Canada doesn't count. Canada doesn't
But it's not
count.
like, it's still not like the World Championships though or anything, is it? I mean, QuakeCon is like, it's really fantastic, but you're like, whenever you win QuakeCon, I always feel like, are you a world champion? But I say to myself, no, you're not really. You're a QuakeCon champion, because there wasn't the ability for everyone to be there. I mean, you know, you're never going to be a world champion from winning QuakeCon, especially not if you turn up to QuakeCon and they run a surprise Doom-free tournament and then you win it, like Fatality, and say you're world champion in Doom-free. That's just like bullshit, right? But the quality that the quality of the Europeans going is still amazing, you know. So it does almost feel like a world championship, but I think, yeah, it's definitely special to win QuakeCon just because it's, you know, it's software itself. You know, you get to go on stage and drink beer and collect checks. That's what I do. Anyway,
Yeah,
but I
nothing
never won.
wrong there.